Okay, let's talk about The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. This is a classic in the field of programming your subconscious mind. It was published in 1962 and it has been a bestseller for a long time. Check out the reviews on Amazon, it's absolutely fascinating. Okay, here's the fundamental idea with which this book starts. Our mind is like a garden, and let's expound on this a little bit. If you think of it like a garden, the conscious mind that we have, it's the gardener. The conscious mind is it is what it plants the seeds of thoughts, and the thoughts, as we say, they are the seeds themselves. So in the garden, the gardener is planting the seeds. The seeds are what we're thinking, what we're consciously thinking. On the other hand, the subconscious mind, that is the bed of rich soil. That is where the real action is. That's where the growth really happens. So the subconscious will grow plants according to the seeds that have been sown. Depending on what your conscious is thinking, that is what the subconscious is bringing about. Depending on what your conscious is planting, that is what your subconscious is showing as fruits. So whatever your seeds, that's the kind of fruit you will get. If you plant the seeds of misfortune and failure, and always thinking about problems and failures and challenges in life that you cannot overcome, then the fruits will also be along the same lines. On the other hand, if you plant seeds of wealth and abundance and love and happiness, well, those are the fruits you get in life. So really key distinction. If you can think of this metaphor as we go through this book, it will really help. And as you go through your life, really think about this powerful metaphor, that your mind is like a garden, your life is like a garden in some ways, and your conscious thoughts are constantly molding this garden, constantly changing this garden, constantly evolving this garden. Our job as owners of this garden, our job as the gardeners of this garden, is to constantly pull out the weed and sow the right seeds, sow the seeds of awesome fruits that we want to grow in our garden. Really, really, really important idea in understanding our subconscious mind. The next the next key idea I want to talk about is the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. Really try to understand the distinction between the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious, let me just pull up a table here. That'll probably explain, that'll be easier for you to understand how it all works. So the conscious mind is the master and commander. However, the subconscious takes orders from your conscious mind. And as we talked about, the conscious mind is a gardener, while the subconscious is the garden itself. The conscious mind is the one that does the choosing, while the subconscious is non-selective. It doesn't really know the difference between a penny or $1,000,000. It's the same. For the subconscious is the same. Now, the job of the conscious is of impressing the right things on the subconscious, while the subconscious will just accept whatever your conscious mind constantly impresses upon it. And the conscious works in the realm of reason, while the subconscious does not reason. It just accepts, no matter how false, how untrue something might be. If you're going to keep on repeating it to yourself, if you're going to impress that thought, the subconscious will accept that thought. And the conscious mind, as we know, it is really powerful, but the subconscious is powerful beyond imagination. It's orders of magnitude more powerful than the conscious mind. Hundreds, even thousands, even millions. Nobody really has the perfect answer to it, but people know it is orders of magnitude way more powerful than the subconscious mind. So you can only do so much with your conscious mind. If you really want to do great things in life, you really got to involve your subconscious mind. You really got to get that into gear. And the subconscious does not respond to force. It only works with in some ways. It does not like force at all. Now, it does not like you to will it into doing something. It does not work like that. The subconscious mind, even though it responds to logic, the subconscious responds to your feelings. Whatever you're feeling right now, whatever you are imagining right now, that is what it is going to bring about. Not necessarily the thought that you have, but the feeling tone of that is really powerful in programming our subconscious mind. And here is the greatest power. Our conscious mind's greatest power is reasoning and logic, while the subconscious mind's greatest power is to bring to life whatever you impress upon it. So whatever our conscious mind keeps telling the subconscious mind, that is what our reality will become. That is the truth we will face in our lives. Really important idea here. And in this mind map, you can go into detail. So what is our most important job? Understanding that there's a conscious mind, there's a subconscious mind, and we are the gardener. What is our most important job? Here's our most important job. Our most important job is to get the subconscious to accept the idea. Let me just correct that. Accept the idea. And what that means is your conscious mind has to get the subconscious to accept whatever it is you want to get done. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, your conscious has to make the subconscious accept the idea. Because the subconscious will not just listen to you if you just tell it once or twice or thrice. It is only programmed over a lot of time with effort and intensity of effort and intensity of emotion in some ways. With intensity of emotion, the subconscious gets programmed. But the powerful thing about the subconscious is once it accepts an idea, it will just begin to execute on it, and it will bring all its powers to bear in order to make that idea happen. So your biggest job, again, is to get the subconscious to accept the idea. And that is what this book is really about. To program your mind, to harness the power of your subconscious mind by just getting it to accept what you really want in life. So here's another way to look at it. We are building the blueprint of our life every single day. We're building our mental home all the time. Your thoughts are the mental imagery, like your thoughts, your desires, your imaginations, your dreams, all of that. Those are the blueprint. They are constantly working inside of you to construct that blueprint. So every moment you are building your life in your mind, and that is what is coming about. Every moment. You never get a break. You can never be in a place where you say, okay, today I can start thinking negative thoughts because I've gotten a break from it. No. You're constantly creating your life. You're constantly sculpting your life. So whatever blueprint you're creating in your thoughts is what your subconscious is going to bring about. Whatever blueprint you are creating in your thoughts is what your subconscious is going to work on. So your exercise today is to create a blueprint. Create a vision of what you want your life to become. That is a simple exercise, but a very profound one. And see how often you are distracting yourself from thinking about this blueprint. What you will find is on a daily basis, you distract yourself a whole lot from your blueprint, from the imagination, from your dreams, from your desires, and you get focused on the problems. You get focused on the negativity that surrounds you. So your exercise today, go work on the blueprint of your life. Figure out what your blueprint is and figure out a way to communicate that blueprint to your mind. And tomorrow we'll talk about the keys to communicating with your subconscious mind. And of course, we'll also talk about a lot of exercises to program yourself for your success and how to receive guidance from your subconscious mind. So a lot of great stuff coming up. So what you just saw was one of our 100 plus videos in the 2x Mental Toughness course, which is all about helping you develop the mental strength you need to conquer your biggest challenges. Now, let me ask you a question. What is the single biggest indicator of success in all walks of life? Well, they did some scientific research at West Point Military Academy, which is one of the most difficult academies to graduate from. And they wanted to find out what was the thing that differentiated the successful candidates from those who dropped out. Was it intellectual ability, physical ability, a combination of intellectual and physical ability, or was it something else? Was it grit? Well, the answer was indeed grit. Grit was the number one indicator of success in the West Point Academy. And the same philosophy was used by NASA when they were looking for astronauts. They found the grittiest astronauts to take on the mission, not the one who had great success or had great histories of success. Also, Mia Hamm, the great soccer player, she said the most important thing for a soccer player to have is mental toughness. So all these different fields, they're all suggesting that mental toughness is the number one indicator, the predictor of success in all walks of life. And you might be wondering what mental toughness entails. It could be something as simple as performing at your very best when everything is on the line, or going after your biggest goals and not shying away from them, having the self-esteem to do that, or getting yourself to take action even though you might be gripped with fear. There's so many expressions of mental toughness that we have. And you might be wondering, well, okay, mental toughness is great, but how do we build it? And that's exactly what we have compressed for you in this course. We have compressed the knowledge from the 40 greatest books ever written on mental toughness, books by research scientists talking about willpower and mindset and grit and presence and performing under pressure, to stoic philosophers, to fighters and martial artists, to psychologists and psychotherapists, to warriors talking about mental toughness, to peak performance coaches and NLP practitioners helping us with mental toughness, Zen and Buddhist thinkers giving us the meditation point of view of mental toughness. So you'll get daily videos like the one that you just saw for the next 90 days. Imagine the learning and the growth you will have, being able to perform when everything is on the line, and going after your biggest dreams and goals and not shying away from them, and constantly moving forward in face of extreme challenges, and growing stronger in face of adversity, and taking action in face of fear. You'll be able to do all of these things as you learn these ideas. And so in this course, we have 10 plus hours of video content over the next 90 days. If you'd like to come join us, click right here in this area, or click on this I button in the corner, in the top right corner of your phone or your tablet. Now, I'm really looking forward to having you inside this course and helping you on this journey of becoming someone who's going to go win great victories in their lives.